Hello, and welcome back to YouTube Unsolved. It's like we're living in Gotham City, and every single one of these new YouTube mysteries is a new villain that crawls from the shadows. It's always something creative and unique, this time being no different. Dear YouTube, this is the strangest thing I've ever seen. There's a video and channel called Note that was on trending as of today, and the video has over 2 billion views. No comments. Showtime. But before we get into that, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor for today, which is Dragon City. Dragon City is a free-to-play game where you can collect thousands of different dragons to build your own dragon empire. You start out by breeding dragons to get new ones, and then you hatch them, and you can feed them to evolve into the best ones that you can make. Then train them to go into battle in order to make them more powerful. But in order to do this, you need to start out by collecting food, gold, and gems in order to expand your city and unlock new levels. Basically, if you're a fan of city building games but with a creative twist, then you might as well drop what you're doing and get this right now. There are several events that take place every week with this game, and just recently, there's a new battle pass that you can use where you can unlock new rewards and dragons. And you can even find some of the dragons of your favorite YouTubers in there. This month they partnered up with Carl and created the Carl Dragon, and also you can find me. Nah, just kidding, I'm not in there, but that would be cool though. So all you need to do to get started is go down into the description and you'll get a free special award of 15,000 food and 30,000 gold and the gear dragon. These will only be available for new users and for 7 days. So once you're done with this video, go down and do that. So in order to get our hands fully dirty with this enigma, we're going to need to delve deep into the darkest corners of the YouTube Help community page. This place is usually used by people to report things wrong with YouTube on a regular basis and complain about channels being wrongfully deleted, the everyday normal predicament. But in this case, thanks to a user by the name of Callum Burt, we have a whole lot of starting info to go off of when it comes to this elusive Note video. And what exactly is the meaning behind it? Now, unless you're legally blind, you might notice that something isn't adding up here. And this was a 57-second long video clip of random beeping noises, which I guess you can describe as being notes that just went up and down over and over again, reversing and then back and forth and north and south, left, right, east, west. It's almost like the Green Needle / Brainstorm video. Not a single person reporting seeing this video that could actually play it reported hearing the exact same sound, which is something that is the most creepy aspect of this in my opinion. Of course, for the sake of this one, we are playing it back here, and we have all of the available screenshots. According to the first post made on Google Forms, the channel has a remarkably low amount of subscribers for the views and likes, and the video makes no sense to me. If that wasn't enough, after I refreshed the homepage, there was literally nothing but each video being the same Note video. By the way, the video only sometimes plays at all. It mostly shows an error on the watch page saying it can't be played on my device. Does anyone know what this means? Is it a prank? Or is it a glitch? The video's legit and actually has 2,100 and whatever million views. It's the 32-bit limit. YouTube updated their algorithms to not freeze views at this point over 8 years ago, so I have no idea what's going on. This conversation eventually led into a Reddit post which had a whole lot more information about what this could possibly be. The video would not be the same for any particular person. It always had 8 repeating frequencies, but it wouldn't be in the exact same order, depending on where you were located. But you wouldn't be able to find this video at all unless you were in Canada. This was under the first original post, simply, "What is this?" with a screenshot as we could see here. This is of course the video which somehow has, in this case, taken over the entire recommended page. If you find the video using VPN and switch off to the watch page, you get left with an internal error. If you switch to a different region, you can find different set frequencies, but the same video ID. The views are not a glitch, but they're also not real. How it got on trending and replaced the whole homepage for some users is completely unexplained. But essentially what we can discern from this video as a guaranteed fact is that the content within it is just a PNG of a note. Now I know that's mind-blowing. And there's precisely 8 tritones. Now going back to the forum site, there's even more information on how this channel is verified at only 200 subscribers. Social Blade says it only has 5 subs until today, which means since the policy for verification has been strictly 100k subs, since 2015 this channel couldn't have gotten verified recently, which means it has been verified at 5 or less subs since it was created after that, which is impossible. This whole channel is a glitch in the universe, LMAO. So here's all the information that we have so far about this whole thing. As a quick summary, you can stop jotting down notes because I'm going to make it all clear for you right now. There's essentially this ghost video that is circulating around YouTube called Note. The views themselves is not a glitch, it's actually reported on there. None of this is adding up at all whatsoever. But we see that, for whatever reason, 160 videos are written on this channel, as if it has that many videos. It only has 1 in reality. And as well as that, the fact that the sounds change if you are in a different location. Most people that see this video and come across it won't even be able to play it at all. You'll either get an error message, or sometimes, according to some experiences, you'll even have your computer or your device crash if you click on the video itself. The thing I want to just talk about is, can we just take a moment to just discuss what the holy fresh frick is going on here? Behold the numbers on this Social Blade profile for 1 second. So we have a relatively normal history up until a certain point, and then all of a sudden, a smaller spike of views, which resulted in no gain subscribers, which is already a little bit not usual. And then negative 80,000 views in total. I've never seen negative 80,000 views ever. Plus 80,000 back to 0, so now we're just happy and normal. Until the next day, and plus casually 2 billion views. I don't think that this is taking place in our universe. We might have actually scratched open a portal in time and into a whole different dimension. And the one thing that I want to point out, which turns this thing into kind of breaking the fourth wall, is the actual 3 different notes varying in pitches, called the tritone, which is somehow known to have psychological effects on people, and even being used in things like the theme song for Twilight Zone, which has to do with a different dimension. What is this supposed to all end up meaning? No one really has any idea, because there's no other descriptions or info or anything that's written about any of this video. But he got hella ad revenue though. On the other hand, one particular user decided that everyone except for them was wrong, and the answer was just obvious the whole time. It's pretty much proven that all of this is a bug with subscription videos multiplying. YouTube themselves literally answered this. Someone obviously was subbed to an old verified channel with under 100k, and this channel posted for the first time in a while and bypassed the view counting on the watch page. So, they see the views wrong, but it's a completely normal video. Well, my job here is done. That's all there is to it, I guess. Unfortunately, this brilliant theory was thrown completely out of the water, as what you can probably imagine, due to the fact that not just one person saw this taking place, but the fact that the actual existence of this channel and video is quite literally documented on third-party websites as well. The numbers being reported on these certain sites, such as Social Blade, appearing to be just about as understandable as what you would usually see on one of my math tests, but resting my case. Now that we've covered the facts, we can get straight into the theories. Thanks to the original testimony of Callum Burt, not all heroes wear capes, along with the many Reddit people that came out with their own personal experiences, we can come to a couple of conclusions on this matter. If the note video was, for whatever reason, employing the tactic of using tritones in order to elicit some form of response in the visitors to the page and or the listeners to the video itself, maybe only being allowed to be played on certain devices for specific reasons, then perhaps the reason it was somehow artificially placed on trending and even replacing the entire homepage of certain people, this could indeed be a little bit more nefarious than one might assume. Or maybe it simply isn't, and someone behind the scenes messed up, flipped the wrong switch in the YouTube gears, and happened to make this random video pop into existence. This mystery just might be almost too much for even the mystery gang to handle. There doesn't seem to be any main point or purpose to this video's existence. There's no mysterious puzzle elements to it, as if it's trying to invoke some kind of an ARG. And there's certainly no explanation as to how it's doing the weird effects and glitches that it is certainly doing. No one seems to agree about this because no one can actually see this video. But anyways, that's enough of a headache for one day. I'm going to just leave it off. This is by far the most perplexing, just mind-twisting thing I've ever seen on this video, on YouTube. There's just nothing else I've ever seen like this, ever. So yeah, man, I'm just tired. This one really, I don't even know, okay? Look, this is just getting too much for me, honestly. Make sure you check out the Dragon City game. Link will be in the description, as mentioned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.